Alright, today we're going to go over the use and some other features of the Scott Sight thermal camera that we have on 5 of our masks that we received on grant. The mask itself is the Scott AV3000. The Scott camera, the Sight camera itself, is a thermal camera that allows you to see temperatures inside of a building. If you look at here, here's the external camera itself. It's a thermal camera. It mounts to the edge of the facepiece. If you look on the inside right here, through the lens of the facepiece, you'll see the in-mask display. It's the IMD is what it's called. So if we turn it around, this allows you a small camera in the corner of your vision, right there through that fisheye lens, to see temperatures, possibly see a person, stuff like that whenever you enter a room. So just some basics about it. The whole system runs on 2 different components. Your camera runs on 3 AAA batteries, and then your IMD runs on 2 AAA batteries. So to change out the batteries, right here on the bottom of the thermal imager, it's just a simple screwdriver, screw right here. So you just use the screwdriver that came with the mask itself. You loosen that, it pops open, you replace your batteries that way. Now to access the IMD battery system, if you look down here in the mask, the red is a clip. You'll see the cord down in there. If you turn the mask around and fold the chin piece and nose cup back, if you fold those back, you'll see it sitting in there. Okay, right in here. So you can simply pull it out to access the battery. So it's the same thing here. Use the screwdriver to loosen that screw, open it up, and it'll run on 2 AAA batteries. And then you just slide it back inside, and it clips in nice and secure. Okay. To turn the camera on, you have 2 different things to push, 2 different buttons to push. Get the head net out of the way so you can see down in there. If you look down in here to the left of the nose cone, there's a red button. Okay. With the red button, you hit it once for about 1 second, and it'll turn the IMD on. I don't know if you can get a shot of that. It may be a little hard to. Once that button's pushed, the IMD will have that, it'll have a red pinwheel that spins, letting you know that the thermal camera itself is not on. So the second thing you need to do to fully operate this setup is depress this button right here for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. You'll have a green and red flashing light as it's trying to connect via Bluetooth. There's no interconnections between the IMD and the exterior TIC, so it'll have to take about a second or 2 to pair up via Bluetooth. But once it's paired up, you should be able to look in there and see. I don't know if you can get a shot of that. Worst case scenario, we'll stop the video here and splice in an image of what the camera will look like. So once it's on, you don it just like you would a regular SCBA facepiece. What this does is it provides us the ability to go hands-free with our thermal imaging. It's not something that we need to discard a handheld TIC fully, especially since we have the FLIR K65s. We need to still utilize that, but this is going to be a useful thing for searching. We also don't need to abandon traditional search techniques. We still need to search rooms and get a feel for everything, but this could help us as we enter a room to get a good quick layout and identify a victim possibly laying in that room. Another benefit is if we get disoriented inside the structure, this will show us doors, windows, a way out. So it's something that's going to aid us, but we shouldn't rely on it fully. So to turn the camera off, we'll go to standby mode first. If this camera remains motionless for 45 minutes, it will shut off on its own. But if we're done inside the house, we're going back into the yard for rehab or whatever, and we need to turn it off, we're just gonna press the tick button once, and it's gonna shut the camera off to go in standby mode. If we're ready to go back in, we're just gonna press it again, and it's gonna activate the camera so we can see inside again. If we're done for the call and we're ready to store it again, we're gonna go back to our red button on the IMD and depress it for 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. And it'll show a red light once it's off. Of course, your screen will be off on the inside of the mask, so you shouldn't have anything like that. So the battery life on these is anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours, so they do use quite a bit of battery, but to me the benefits outweigh the battery life. This is something that is new for our area. It could be new for this part of the state. I'm not sure what others outside of our county are running, but this is something that's going to be a huge asset to us. The 5 masks that we have with the sight will be in the officer seats. Like I said, we should still pull our FLIR thermal imagers whenever we go on an interior structure fire, but this is going to be something that's going to aid us in search and possible egress if we get in an emergency. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We'll go over some more hands-on stuff with this in the future. But once again, we're very excited about having the opportunity to have this paired with our new Scott X3 Pro SCBAs.